Hi everyone.
Hello.
Did you ever wonder how cringy Hannah and I were in the very beginning of our relationship?
I don't think they've had to wonder. I think we've given them plenty examples of cringe.
We've given them examples, but this is like hard proof that we have for them today.
Yeah.
We remembered with dismay
And a little bit of awe.
that in the beginning of our relationship, when we were long distance, living 1,000 miles apart, we had the idea to keep a private journal together.
Online.
An online journal that we would both contribute to as another way of communicating with each other and documenting our relationship. And we did it for like a year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of entries in that journal.
We wrote messages back and forth. And today, as we remembered it, we decided we were going to read for you our first two entries. My first and Hannah's first. They're
what you can imagine we wrote in our long distance lovey relationship journal when we were 20 and 23.
I don't know how to properly prepare you for it. Here we go. Let's read from our journal.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's time
To talk
about
our lives.
I feel like honestly it gets worse like the further into the journal you get probably. We haven't reread all of it.
Oh, there's some stuff that can never see the light of day.
So Shane, you wrote it first because this was Shane's idea. Obviously, this is way more of a him style thing, writing your feelings down.
I was like, yeah, let's document our emotions.
And I was like, oh.
As we're dealing with long distance, she was like, nah.
And this was written by Shane on Saturday, August 27th, 2016.
I just saw the time.
Oh, here. We wrote our times.
Oh.
Oh, we did that. Oh my god.
So this was at 7:24 a.m.
We put the exact minute we wrote the entry in the title.
Bright and early.
Because I guess the diary didn't say what minute you wrote it, and like that was kind of important information.
I'm dying that like we probably had the journal idea the day before, and I woke up at 7 a.m. I was like, I'm gonna make my first entry.
Yay!
All right, so here's the first entry into our secret private journal.
Oh boy.
Which is now not secret. I am really looking forward to keeping this mutual journal, and I'm not sure how it will work out, but my vision for it is that it'll serve two purposes, :
And then a list, number 1 and number 2.
Shane Burcaw, ever the organizational freak. I was like, let me begin this romantic journal with my intentions.
In list form,
Let me-
numerically numbered.
Let me give you a table of contents. Okay, here are my purposes. Number 1, another way for us to communicate while being so far away. I don't think we should set any kinds of rules for it.
You don't?
I'm not going to be a dictator, but we'll just hop on when a thought or an event or whatever makes us want to write. Aw. It would be cool if we don't discuss our journal via text or skizzy, which is how we refer to
Skype. Skizzy is Skype.
so that when we log on, it'll be a happy surprise when the other person has posted an entry. That was a little flair, you know?
A little flair and also a little bit of like a command. So you were like, I really want this to be secret. Please don't say anything about it on text or
I
Skype.
was like, you know what made this really salacious? Let's write entries but not tell the other person. This is still number 1. Even if it's just like a daily recap that we already know from our usual texting and stuff, let's also try our best to be completely vulnerable here. Let's share both the good and the bad times and thoughts.
Wow.
I was like, Hannah, give me everything.
Yeah, you were like, come on, dig deep.
I was probably, okay, this was written August 27th.
Yeah,
We've been together dating for
a couple months.
a couple months.
Yeah.
I was probably like, is she having negative thoughts about us?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you were like, what are your bad thoughts?
Put it in, do you hate me? Put it in the journal.
Don't text me about it, but put it in the journal.
All right, number 2. There are only 2 intentions I have.
Finally on to number 2.
A way to look back on our relationship in the future. In 20 years, we can look back and see how our relationship and our lives grew and evolved and all that fun stuff.
And here we are 8 years later.
Oh,
Not quite 20,
Didn't
but
make it to 20, but we are doing that.
we are doing that right now.
All right, then I continue. This is more journal-y of me.
This is your entry, I guess, for the morning.
This morning, I called Hannah on FaceTime as soon as she woke up. We talked for about an hour, much of which I felt like I was rambling.
Oh.
But it was the best way to start my day, seeing her face and hearing her voice. She is unbearably cute when she's just woken up.
Oh, I probably was in bed. It's a
Aw.
Saturday, so I probably just laid in bed and you rambled
sure.
to me while I
You
was
were like, and I'm asleep. I was like, and
You're like,
then...
good morning.
Alright, let's read Hannah's. Hannah's is objectively a lot cuter.
Well, yeah, because yours is just like the rules for the journal. I have to read mine that is like my first heartfelt journal entry. Because you were like, let's make it heartfelt. And I was like, feeling the pressure. Okay, so my journal entry is from the next day at 8:22 p.m.
So you let an entire day and a half go by before your journal entry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably because we skizzied all Saturday and all Sunday. Okay, here we go. This is like a real journal entry. At around 6 p.m. today, I was tired. I wasn't in a bad mood really, but my greatest attempt at a response to Shane's review of his dinner was, I see. Poor you, being like, my dinner was great. I see.
I see. I was like, oh no, she's having those negative thoughts. I have to check the journal.
I had been lying on the couch looking at pictures on my computer for over an hour, which left me in a kind of stupor. Dinner didn't reinvigorate me, but I knew exactly what would. Oh, dinner didn't reinvigorate you? Oh my god. This is a new paragraph, so I'm writing stylistically.
I like that you left paragraph 1 with a cliffhanger, but I knew exactly what would reinvigorate me.
Read on. In the past 6 months, I have discovered a miracle drug. Ecstasy. Just kidding. It's you, Shane.
This is like 5th grade, like, Dear Diary. I think I've met the cutest boy on earth.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never guess who it is. Yep, it's Joe.
You guessed it.
I like your little
God.
ecstasy,
Yep.
a little zinger there. Okay, so I am your miracle drug.
So it's you.
For journal entry number 1, I am feeling real good right now.
There was never a bad journal entry, but you always thought the next one might be. I dragged my butt upstairs and asked if we could Skype. You called right away, and when I heard your voice, I was suddenly perfectly happy and awake. Oh. Okay.
I wanted to write up just like ecstasy.
That new paragraph. That sounds ridiculous, but never before has a person or a place or a thing had such a strong effect on my mood. And it's not just an instant boost. It lasts till long after we say goodbye.
I'm a slow release drug. Once I get in your system, it takes a while.
My nieces would thank you if they knew why I was in such a fun mood when I came downstairs during their dinner.
Aww.
Guess they were eating at my house. I've told you this before, but it really is uncanny. I can't physically be in a bad mood when I'm talking with you. See, now, over the past 8 years, that has actually changed, and I find myself able to be in a bad mood, not only around you, but at you.
But do you remember that, like, butterfly feeling?
Yeah.
Of, like, even if you're, like, pissed or, like, in the worst mood, and then we would get on stage, and we'd be like, oh, hi, babe.
This is 100% accurate. I do remember it, and it's 100%. And here's the next paragraph. I'm going to keep going. That's one reason why it's so hard to be apart. This is my closing paragraph, so I'm kind of changing the subject and wrapping it all up.
Okay, yes.
That's one reason why it's so hard to be apart. Sure, not every second during our trip is fantastically exciting, but honestly, even sitting in your basement while you work has me at a level of contentment that just doesn't exist when you're far away. For clarification, we would sit together in like a room in a finished basement.
That sounds like I'm like sitting
You're upstairs and I'm in the basement. Hidden away.
No, sometimes I had to like answer some emails or whatever while Hannah was there, so we would like hang out together while we did that.
I would do homework. I dread that feeling of walking into the airport and feeling your physical absence hit me. Wow, that was beautiful.
Steamy.
And that separation is when I come back down to a, quote, normal level of contentedness. And it feels absolutely awful. I knew what I was trying to do here. I don't think it came across right. I get it.
Keep going.
Eventually, I adjust and everything is okay. But after finding out just how happy I can be, I sure do look forward to the day when we're on that happy level and can stay there forever.
Aww.
Don't love the execution of that thought, but I get the sentiment still.
I mean, you were doing an extended drug metaphor.
I was really trying. I genuinely thought I had like a brain blast where I was like, oh my God, I get used to this like high level. And then when you're not there, I feel like I'm dying, even though this is like how it's always been.
That's called
and then I'll adjust and be like, okay. And then I see you again and I'm like, oh my God. Like,
like taking ecstasy.
yeah, like ecstasy is exactly what I imagine that would be like.
So I would imagine that when I opened up that first journal entry from Hannah, that I was like, oh my God. Like, I need to step my game up a little bit here.
Yeah, yours was just a list.
Entry number 2, we're throwing all the housekeeping items out the door.
Was your next one nice?
I don't know.
I'm
Let's see.
I'm gonna check.
Oh boy, this may or may not end up in
7
the video.
a.m. the next morning. 7 a.m.
Let me read it. Is it appropriate?
It's inappropriate at the beginning, but you close with something cute.
Can I read it? Oh.
No, you can't read the first part, but you can read the final 3 sentences.
Stereotypical boy dream, yes. But it was amazing. And the best part...
Shane, you can't read them.
I thought you said the last 2 sentences.
I meant these 3 down here. I was like, Shane, look at the cliff you're hurtling off of.
Okay,
read those
we're gonna
3.
have to cut that out a little bit because
I think it's pretty funny.
I began reading things I wasn't supposed to read. Anyway, end my journal entry with: we have known each other for 173 days. We have been dating for 109 days.
Which is BS, because we were saying I love you like 2 weeks in.
That's true. Our first kiss was on May 12th, a Thursday. I've always liked Thursdays.
You thought that was so profound. I can see you like finishing with that and being like...
And submit. You know what I like about your journal entry? Other than like just praise.
Well, mine's much longer than yours. I put a lot more effort in.
You did.
Just
I
saying.
often wrote these like on the toilet, like as my legs were going numb. Anyway, what I love about yours is the word stupor.
Oh.
I love the word contentedness.
Oh.
There were a few others in there that I liked.
I thought contentedness was kind of silly, but thank you.
I loved the way that you phrased things.
Aw.
And your extended drug metaphors. So we're gonna read back through the rest of it. There are like hundreds of entries.
Yeah.
And maybe someday we'll read another one for you. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Did you ever do this? Like, I bet many of you had, like...
Relationship?
Well, like,
journals?
pen pals. Not pen pals, but, like, partners that you wrote letters to.
This was our version of that.
This is our version of that. But do not discuss it over text or skizzy. Alright, everyone. That's all for today.
Bye.